0-point energy, unlimited power from the quantum vacuum. Part 1. The space between everything. Good evening, dear listener. As you rest tonight, let your breath slow. Let the weight of the day drift off your shoulders, and let your thoughts float, free, soft, light. Now close your eyes. Imagine the emptiest place you can. A vacuum, a space with nothing in it. No air, no sound, no matter, just stillness. But what if that nothing isn't empty at all? What if it holds energy, not from atoms, not from motion, but from the very fabric of reality? Tonight we explore something whispered in the edges of science and mystery alike: 0-point energy. It's the idea that even in total stillness, even at absolute zero, there is movement, a dance, particles flickering in and out of existence, tiny flashes, brief sparks. This isn't energy from the sun, not wind or coal or current. This is energy from the vacuum itself, from space, from nothing, from everything. Some believe this hidden sea of energy surrounds us always, unseen, untouched. But waiting, what would it mean if we could access it? Would we power cities without wires, create flight without fuel, unlock the engine of the universe? Or have we already? That's the journey we begin tonight. So as your body relaxes, let your imagination open. Picture a quiet field of darkness, but inside it, something vibrates. Not loud, not wild, just softly alive. This is the quantum vacuum, and it may hold the most mysterious energy of all. Part 2. The flicker that never stops. Welcome back. You're resting deeper now. Breath steady, body light, mind open. And in that openness, we explore what lies beneath stillness. Because even in total silence, even at absolute zero, there is motion. In the world of quantum mechanics, nothing is ever truly still. Particles don't sit quietly. They flicker, they appear and disappear. They buzz in and out of existence, too fast to see, but too real to ignore. This is called quantum fluctuation. And it's not just random chaos, it's energy. Tiny, invisible waves that exist in the vacuum of space. Energy with no origin, no fuel, no machine. It's like the universe itself is breathing, even when it seems to be asleep. Scientists called it 0-point energy because it's the lowest possible energy a system can have, even when nothing else is happening. This flicker is still there. It's not just in deep space. It's in your room, in the air around you, in the space between atoms. It's everywhere. Some believe it holds the key to endless energy, power that never runs out, that doesn't burn or pollute or fade. Energy from the very structure of reality. But how do you harness something you can't touch? Can you? Maybe. Maybe someone already has. But we'll come to that later. For now, lie still and feel that soft vibration, not on your skin, not in your ears, but in the space between. A hum beneath silence, a dance within nothing. And tonight, you're floating in it. Part 3. The energy that shouldn't exist. Welcome back. You're weightless now, drifting between breath and thought. And in that space, something unexpected appears, a mystery the universe hides in plain sight. Because by all logic, by all math, This energy shouldn't be here. 0-point energy comes from emptiness, from a vacuum, from the nothing between particles, planets and people. But when scientists measured that nothing, they found something. Not a little, not a flicker, but an incredible amount of energy, more than all the stars, more than all known matter. If even a small piece of this energy could be tapped, it would change everything. Some say it's like discovering an ocean under dry land. We thought it was empty, but it's full, so full, it's overwhelming. And that's the strange part. Because if this energy is everywhere, why haven't we seen it shape the world? Why haven't we used it? Maybe we can't, or maybe we're not meant to. Yet, some believe the energy is locked, that it needs a key, a new kind of thinking, a new kind of science. Others whisper that it's already been used, hidden, classified, buried. But more on that later. For now, rest in the wonder of it, that in every inch of space around you, there is potential, not theory, not fantasy, real, measurable possibility. It hums beneath your pillow, beneath your breath, right now, still, invisible, and very much alive. Part 4. The machine that could change everything. Welcome back. You're deeper now, resting in that space where possibility feels real. And now we imagine something bold. A machine that captures 0-point energy. It wouldn't look like much. No spinning turbines, no glowing cores, just stillness and simplicity. Something small, silent, tuned, not forced, because you don't extract 0-point energy like fuel. You resonate with it. Like striking the right note on a string, you match the frequency of the vacuum itself. And if you do it right, the energy flows. Some inventors claim to build such machines. Simple coils, magnetic fields, shapes based on ancient geometry. They said their devices lit bulbs without wires, ran motors without batteries, pulsed with a kind of infinite quiet energy. Were they right? Some say yes. Some say no. Others say their work vanished, confiscated, silenced, lost. Not because it didn't work, but because it did. Imagine what unlimited energy would mean. No more dependence, no more scarcity. A world that runs without running out. That kind of shift doesn't just change technology. It changes power. And maybe that's why it stays hidden. Maybe it's not the physics that's too hard. Maybe it's the permission to live in a world where energy flows freely. Not just through wires, but through everything, including you. So as you lie here now, imagine that machine, not big, not loud, just present, tuned to the quiet song beneath the world, humming endlessly. Part 5. The Whispers of Suppression. Welcome back. You're resting softly now, eyes closed, heart open, and around you the hum of unspoken stories. Because wherever there's power, there are whispers. And when it comes to 0-point energy, some believe it's not that we can't access it, but that we're not allowed to. The theory goes like this. What if someone figured it out? What if a researcher, an inventor, really did build a working device, something that pulled energy from the vacuum? What happens next? Do they get funding, fame, support, or Do they get visited? There are stories of labs raided, patents denied, prototypes lost or bought and locked away. It sounds like fiction, a conspiracy, but the stories repeat, different names, different times, same silence. Some even say the technology is already being used, not on city streets, but in secret places, test facilities, programs that don't officially exist, because free energy doesn't just power homes, it powers control. And if that control shifts, everything changes. But here's the other side of the whisper. Maybe the knowledge has always been here, hidden in plain sight, in symbols, in nature, in ancient ideas waiting to be remembered. And maybe, just maybe, it doesn't need to be taken, only understood. So as you lie here now, rest in that mystery, not as a problem, but as a puzzle, one that doesn't require force, only curiosity and time, and you have plenty of both. Part 6. The Patterns in Nature. Welcome back. You're deep in calm now, floating on breath, drifting on stillness. And now, let's return to something older, something simple. Because before there were machines, before theories and patents, there was nature. And nature doesn't waste energy. It moves in spirals, it flows in waves, it balances. Always. Rivers curve, shells swirl, galaxies spin. Over and over the same shapes appear. The golden ratio, the Fibonacci spiral, the torus. Not just beautiful, but functional. Energy flows through these forms. Some believe zero-point energy moves the same way, in patterns, not chaos, not noise. A constant hum behind creation, shaped like the universe itself. That's why some inventors look to nature for clues. Why their devices are round, not square. Why coils are wound in spirals. Why magnets turn inward, then out. They're not copying technology. They're mimicking life. Because maybe the secret isn't hidden. Maybe it's everywhere. In the curl of a fern, the orbit of planets, the calm center of a hurricane, and maybe, when we align with those patterns, in thought, in feeling, in design, we begin to unlock something, not just energy, but understanding. So tonight, as you rest, picture those shapes, a spiral, a circle, a breath, not just pretty, but powerful, and already alive in you. Part 7. The Silence Between the Sparks. Welcome back. You're deeper now, breath soft, mind wide, body still. And in this stillness we visit something that often gets overlooked. Not the sparks, not the light, but the silence between them. Because zero-point energy isn't about explosions. It isn't loud. It isn't obvious. It's the quiet hum beneath everything. The background song of the universe. Some say it's like a field of possibilities. Not actual events, but potential. Always humming, always available. And in that field, things happen when attention arrives. When awareness meets stillness, energy becomes real. This might sound abstract, but it's closer than you think. Have you ever felt a room change when someone walks in? Felt the charge in the air before a storm? That subtle buzz, that tension without sound, that might be it. Zero-point energy is more than physics. It's experience. It's the feeling of something more in places we call empty, that space between thoughts, that pause in a song, that moment before sleep when you're nowhere and everywhere. Right now you're in that moment. You're not chasing answers. You're not forcing understanding. You're just here, and that's where the field lives. In the pause, in the quiet, in the stillness that feels alive. So tonight, don't look for sparks. Listen for the silence that holds them. It's already holding you. Part 8. The Mind as a Receiver. Welcome back. You're weightless now, resting in a space that doesn't rush, doesn't push, just flows. And here we explore a softer idea, one that turns inward. What if your mind isn't just a thinker, but a receiver? If 0-point energy is everywhere, quiet, subtle, waiting, then maybe your thoughts are more than neurons firing. Maybe they're tuned signals. Some say the brain is like a radio. It doesn't create the music. It tunes into it. Different frequencies, different states, different ways of knowing. And in certain moments, deep meditation, deep sleep, deep stillness, that tuning becomes clearer. Ideas arrive. Images form. Solutions appear out of nowhere. Ever had a thought you didn't think? A knowing you couldn't explain? That might be the field. Not talking, but resonating. 0-point energy isn't just power for machines. It might be a medium for thought, for memory, for connection. Some believe it's what links us, all of us, like a soft web of awareness, invisible but present, and when we're quiet, we feel it. So tonight, let your thoughts pass. Don't hold them. Don't chase them. Just notice the space they come from. That's where the signal is, and your mind right now is tuned in. Part 9. A Future Powered by Stillness. Welcome back. You're resting in the deep now, not in sleep just yet, but in that soft place where dreaming begins. And here we look forward to a world shaped not by noise but by quiet energy. Imagine it, cities without wires, homes without fuel, machines that run endlessly, silent, clean, light. No smoke, no waste, no struggle for supply, just stillness and flow. A world where energy isn't something we dig for, or burn, or fight over, but something we simply tune into, where technology learns from nature, where power lives in the spaces between, where what once seemed impossible becomes gentle. 0-point energy, if truly understood, wouldn't just change how we power our world, it would change how we think. It would remind us that the greatest strength isn't in force, it's in alignment. Not pushing, but listening. Not consuming, but resonating. The future isn't just electric, it's aware, and maybe, just maybe, it begins with those who can imagine it, who can rest in the silence, and know something deeper is there. So tonight, imagine that future, a world lit by understanding, powered by stillness, alive with quiet harmony. And you right now are already part of it. Part 10. The Energy Within. Welcome back one final time. You've traveled far tonight, not in distance but in depth, from silence to flicker, from theory to wonder. And now we return to where it all begins. You. Because the most overlooked source of energy might be the one you carry inside. Not just the pulse of your heart or the rhythm of your breath, but the quiet presence that watches it all, the awareness, the stillness beneath your thoughts, the space between your moments, the you that just is. 0-point energy may surround us in the fabric of space, but it might also live in the fabric of consciousness, a power not meant to be controlled, but aligned with, something to be felt, trusted, rested in. So as you lie here now, soft, safe, still, know this. You don't need to understand it fully. You don't need to prove it. You only need to know the universe is alive. It moves in stillness. It whispers in silence. And it pulses with energy, even in the places we call empty, even in you. So rest now. Let go of questions. Let go of thinking. You're not disconnected. You never were. You're part of the field, part of the pattern, part of the hum beneath it all. Good night, dear listener, and thank you for traveling with me into the quiet energy of everything.